Scotland fans have descended on Boston for the World Cup, and bars are struggling to keep up. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share FOXBOROUGH, Mass. Ever since Scotland fans learned they'd begin the country's 9th World Cup appearance in Boston, plans were being made for a party. "I knew there was going to be a tsunami of Tartan Army Scotland fans," said Jason Waddleton, a Scotland native and owner of The Haven, a Scottish restaurant and bar in Boston's Jamaica Plain neighborhood since 2010. He was right. First, Massachusetts Gov. Maura Healey agreed to temporarily extend bar and restaurant hours during the World Cup. Next came thousands of Scots. One estimate is as high as 50,000. Descending on the Boston area, including nearby Providence, Rhode Island, which has become a home base for many of them over the past few weeks. Then it was the Tartan Army marching through Boston's streets following the country's opening win over Haiti last week, taking over the city's famed Fenway Park alongside Red Sox Nation after the team dubbed it Scottish Heritage Celebration Night. And the taps have been running non-stop. World Cup fans in Boston, especially the Scots, have put a serious strain on the beer supply in a city that is accustomed to big drinking holidays in St. Patrick's Day and the 4th of July. The Haven, which has long served Scotland's top-selling beer, Tennent's Lager, has gone from 4 kegs a week to ordering 50 just for this week. Other bars have sold out of Tennent's and have tripled their orders to make sure it doesn't happen again. Sam Adams said its Boston taproom ran out of their famed Samuel Adams Boston Lager last weekend after Scottish fans descended on the city. Read more. "We've basically blown through our own allocation. We still have it, and we'll get more in on Monday," Waddleton said. The celebratory atmosphere intensified Friday as Scotland prepared to play its second World Cup match of the tournament outside Boston. "They know how to party, how to make friends and influence people," Waddleton said of the Scots. Scottsville pubs in the Boston area. Challenging beer reserves one of the most sought-after beverages in Boston pubs over the last week is Tennent's Lager. Once only available at the Haven, before the tournament started, Tennent's made deals and distributed kegs of its product to 80 bars in Boston and surrounding areas. Samantha Crawford, the international marketing manager for Tennent's, said they started preparing to distribute their product to the U.S. as soon as Scotland qualified for the World Cup in November. They've also sent supplies to Miami bars ahead of Scotland's match against Brazil next week. "It's been a long time in the making. The next day we got to work," she said of the preparations to make sure the beer is stocked in the U.S. She said the beer is ingrained in the sports culture in Scotland. Many area bars and restaurants have been caught by surprise. Niven Spencer, owner of Caf Dello Sport in Boston's North End, said he's used to handling large crowds for major soccer tournaments, but has been surprised by the amount of business he's seen during the World Cup. "After the first weekend of matches, I definitely ran out of almost everything," Spencer said. "Luckily, I have a couple other restaurants I'd borrowed product from to get me through." The first thing he sold out of was Tennent's, before quickly selling out of Peroni. Spencer said he since tripled his usual alcohol order for this week, saying "it's so I don't run out of a single thing." Over at High Street Place, a food hall in downtown Boston, beverage supplies that were expected to last a week were consumed in 4 days, said Lauren Johnson, a senior marketplace manager at the venue. "Fortunately, we have great partners and our distributors were able to pivot quickly and increase subsequent orders to keep pace with demand seamlessly," she said. Tapping in and out of iconic Boston beer, Sam Adams said its Boston taproom ran out of their famed Samuel Adams Boston Lager last weekend. From Thursday to Sunday, the Boston-based brewer said the Tartan Army drank 4 times as much Boston Lager as the establishment typically sells during a 4-day holiday stretch like the 4th of July. To date, Sam Adams has sold more than 4,000 pints of Boston Lager, resulting in about 90 empty kegs, said Devin Sage, a Sam Adams spokesperson. "We've had to schedule 4 emergency deliveries to the taproom," Sage wrote in an email. Soccer diplomacy comes to Massachusetts because of the World Cup.